Now we will look at a practical demo. We have a program named Service Launcher. I right click it, run as Android application. Here it is. Okay. In the application there are two buttons, start service and stop service, and it is having a label which states that an application is showing the use of services. Let me explain the function of the two buttons, start as well as stop. As soon as we click on start service, a message would be displayed in the bottom stating that service has been started and counter is at 0, because at the starting of the service the counter should be at 0. On the click of stop service, there would be a message in the bottom stating that service has been destroyed and the counter would be having some positive integer number. And after that, how much duration in seconds the service have been running in the background would also be displayed. Between the start and the stop service, a label would be added in the notification bar stating that the service is running in the background. Now we click on start service. As soon as I click on start service, service created and counter is at 0. At the same time, a label has been added in the notification bar. As soon as I pull down the notification bar, a label is there, service started. In the meantime, I explore some other features of the emulator so that you can know that while exploring other features, the service is still running in the background. I click on home button and I'm in home. Then I click on phone. I click some random numbers. You would see that the service is still running in the notification bar. If I want to stop the service, I pull down the notification bar and click on service label. As soon as I click on service label, I am redirected to the main page. If I want to stop the service, I click on stop service. The moment I click on stop service, service destroyed and counter is at 78 and service running for 77 seconds. This means that our service have been running for the past 77 seconds. Now we will look at the coding part. I minimize this emulator. There are two classes, service launcher and notify services. First we will see service launcher. There are two buttons, start button, stop button. On click of start button, this line of code gets executed. Here I am using explicit intent, which states that whenever I click on start service, notify service.java would be called. In the same way, when I click on stop service, notify service.java would be called. In start as well as stop service, I am using explicit intent. Now we will look at notify service.java. Here I created notification manager, a timer and couple of timestamps to get the difference of the timestamp. Here timestamp I am getting the system current time in milliseconds. After that I am displaying a message when the service have been started and where the counter is at the present time. At the starting of the service, the counter would be always at 0. There are two main methods: show notification and increment counter. First we will have a look at show notification. This particular block of code would be executed in show notification. Then there is increment counter. There is one timer which checks for every 1 second. Then there is on destroy, which destroys the service. Here I am displaying service destroyed at the time and where the counter currently is at. Then I am displaying for for how much time the service was running for. At the starting of the service, I mean I am storing one time stamp time stamp, and at the end of it I am storing another timestamp, and both the difference I am getting is the difference in seconds. Again I am showing the program by running it. Right click, run as Android application. Here it is. Start service. Service created, counter is at 0. A label has been added. I browse some other features. Again I pull down. If I want to stop the service, I click on service label, stop service, service destroyed, and counter is at 23. Service running for 22 seconds. So on clicking of stop service, the service gets destroyed.